downright fascinating, extremely eccentric, or surprisingly bizarre. Some animals compete for the weirdest birthing processes in the world. Hang on, as these crazy animal births will prove to you that life on Earth is indeed a miracle. Fish swallowing babies. This is a school of fish. Now, why am I saying school of fish? Well, that's because a group of the same fish species swimming together in synchrony is called the school. Oh my god, wait, why did the mother eat all of them? That too, in just a second. Well, this is the story of the mouth-brooding cichlid, a child-eating fish. I'm just kidding. Look, she spits them out as well. This is just the protective instincts of the mother. When she senses a predator nearby, she swallows all of her babies into her mouth and keeps them there until the danger leaves. Cichlid mommies even keep their eggs in their mouths after they've been laid. Let's just say that these fish have developed some pretty serious mommy issues. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. The scorpion birth. To be a scorpion mama is a heavy weight on the shoulders. And I mean this literally, as they support the weight of up to 100 of their kiddos getting a free ride. Unlike the other non-mammals who lay eggs, the scorpions have live births. After the whole birth scene, little creamy white scorpions come to life. The mother picks up her kids and gives them a piggy ride on her shoulder until they get mature enough to function individually. Here, it all gets tricky, as often, young scorpions feed on their mother during undernutrition. Don't feel bad just yet, as mothers are also seen to feed on their little ones in times of stress. Hammerhead gives birth to itself. I know that the title is confusing, but it's exactly what it is. A hammerhead shark gives birth to itself. But how? That's because their bodies have the ability to give virgin births. Yeah, these gals need no boys. The process is called pathogenesis, and it is more or less like giving birth to your clone. They combine the DNA from a couple of eggs to make one zygote, with the right number of chromosomes, and poof! Next thing they know, they produce babies with no daddies. They don't always do this, just only when the males are hard to find. Male seahorse giving birth. Nature pulled an Uno reverse card on the seahorses by making the males give birth. So, unlike the humans, these pot-bellied males give birth to not only tens or hundreds, but thousands of babies all at the same time. I'm telling you, it's tough being a male in the seahorse world. It all starts with a romantic dance, where females trick the male by wooing them into mating. They transfer their eggs to the male's pouch, and after knocking them up for good, they simply swim away. After this, the male goes through the process alone. What happens there is a whole nother story. They change their color, undergo labor, and then, just like that, birth thousands of babies. A rare back birth. Everyone knows birthing is a difficult process, but this award here belongs to the Suriname toads, who gestate their young in the flesh of their own backs. And the culprits here are males. What happens is that poor females present them with eggs. They casually fertilize them, and then shove the eggs in the mom's back with the help of his mouth, where she absorbs them into her skin. A skin membrane forms over the eggs. This isn't even the nastiest part, as it comes during birth when the baby toads dig their way out of the mother's skin. The whole skin gets shed, after which the mother prepares her skin for the next birth. Spiderlings eating mother. Meet the spider mom who makes a meal of herself for her kids. These arachnids take motherhood too far and literally by presenting themselves to their babies. Matrophagy, or mother eating, is exceedingly rare in nature. It's a thankless job, as after the eggs hatch, the mothers have to feed their tiny spiderlings, which they do by spitting out a nutrient-rich fluid. The process of producing the fluid, though, requires liquefying the female spider's internal organs. This almost left her dry, and after that, all the baby spiders then swarm her and start to eat her alive. and you thought raising your newborns was tough. Octopus mother sacrifice. It's not easy being an octopus mother. As for them, reproduction means the end of their lives because they sacrifice themselves for their little ones. After mating, the mother lays approximately 200,000 eggs and painstakingly weaves them together in strands with her body. The eggs take 6 to 10 months to develop, and in the meantime, the mother takes care of her young ones, so much so that she doesn't even leave the den. After all these months of starving, the mother gets frail as her little ones get ready to bud out. Look at them sprouting! Man, this looks satisfying. Yep, the mother is out now, completely gone, and so are her octopi. Coddling spider mothers. The wolf spider mother gives a piggyback ride to their little spiderlings, which is both creepy and cute. They have an egg sac above their abdomen where they rest their eggs till they hatch. But the thing is that the little spiderlings get so cozy on their mother's back that even after hatching, they don't want to come out of their cozy spot. After spending some good days there, they then disperse like this.
Oh, gross!
It's also a nice strategy to be safe from the jungle predators, as at the time of threat, they hid on their mother's back. But after the danger passes, they go their merry way. So, do you find this creepy or cute? Surrogate caterpillar. Wasps are the true nightmares of caterpillars. What they literally do is beyond alarming. The wasps forcibly place their eggs inside the caterpillars and make them their baby-making machine. It's like forcing someone to be a surrogate. The larva inside the poor caterpillars is just as evil as their parents. As they mature, they feed on the inside of the caterpillar by slurping its body fluids. Remarkably, even after all this, not only does the caterpillar survive, but it proceeds to be mind-controlled. By the time these little wasps mature by emerging from their cocoons and flying away, the poor caterpillar is starved and passes away. Mother Nature is brutal. Giraffe standing birth. Labor is tough, and most mammals get so tired from it they prefer to lay down while, becoming mothers, nurturing life, a whole 9 yards. But here, the female giraffes come into the scene by giving birth to their babies while standing like a boss. Now, this is a pure and raw power move. We dig you, giraffe moms. Their babies are also pretty tough, as they are welcomed into the world by being unceremoniously dropped 5 feet onto their noggin. This fall serves the purpose of getting rid of the amniotic sac and the umbilical cord, so don't worry, they're good. Pregnancy on pause. The armadillos are the masters of their pregnancy. You'd be surprised to know that they can legit put a pause on giving birth. The pause can last anywhere between a couple of days to 11 months. During times of environmental stress, they halt the development of their embryo for a year or two, and then allow it to resume when conditions improve. Look at this mama cuddling with her baby after a long-awaited birth. It's so cool that they can just take a vacation on their pregnancies. Imagine if humans could do something like this. We probably would have messed that up too, though. Cuckoo foster parenting. Cuckoos are certified thieves. The mother is notorious for her evil tendency to drop her own eggs into other birds' nests, so she won't have to raise them. Talk about abandonment. Her children, too, are conniving little fellas who pretend to be the kids of foster parents so that they will raise them. Not only this, but they are also seen to be eliminating their competition altogether by pushing the eggs of their foster parents out of the nest. This way, the foster parents give their undivided attention to raising them. Evolution also helps them in this, as now the cuckoo eggs having a variety of colors and patterns have been seen. Also, the cuckoo mother makes sure to lay a specific egg in a specific nest that resembles their foster parents. Sea otter pup birth. The award for the cutest birth in the animal kingdom should go to the sea otters. The way they hold their young ones after birth can melt even the coldest of hearts. So, let's melt your hearts by having a look at this sea otter's live birth outside the aquarium. The pregnant female came to the land specifically to give birth. It's raining, but she's ready to have her little one. Without any assistance, she herself manages to bring out the baby and gives birth to the miracle of life. Look at her, cuddling with her newborn to provide warmth and a sense of protection. Turtle laying eggs. Sea turtles specifically travel all the way to beaches to lay down their eggs. This green turtle travels to the beach every 3 years, just for one night to safely lay her eggs. Look at her doing her business while the humans are taking no regard for her privacy. First, she is digging the sand to make a nice, cozy home for her young ones. And now, it's time to lay down some baby in the hole. Whoops, she laid some 100 eggs there. Again, humans violating the turtle's privacy. After doing her business, she is now burying them in the sand. The mother then bid farewell and went down the ocean. After about 2 months, these babies are ready to go home now as they instinctively walk towards the ocean. Alpaca gives birth to strange baby. This video of the unusual birth of this baby alpaca went viral on social media for all the wrong reasons. People started a whole pity party at the frail look of the baby alpaca, but those people were just newbies who knew nothing about wildlife. Someone like you guys who watches our videos always knows better. This is exactly how they're supposed to look after birth. There was nothing wrong with the alpaca, nor was it diseased. At birth, they weigh from 13 to 17 pounds, and after some nursing from their mothers, they grow up to be fluffy and healthy. Tricky hyena birth. So, hyenas are weird animals. Their females have what you call a pseudo-male part. It's not technically that, just an 18-centimeter long tube-like structure. So, why am I educating you about female hyena anatomy? Well, that's because not only do they urinate through it, but they also squeeze their babies out of this little tube. Yeah, try being a pregnant hyena. I won't get into all the details of how they reproduce because that's a whole other story. But apart from this, most of the time, babies asphyxiate while coming out. The backup baby. Quokkas think that it's nice to have a backup in case something goes wrong. No, not a food backup, but a baby backup. The mothers have a spare baby in their womb in a suspended state of development as a backup in case a tragedy befalls them. It's nothing like twins. Simply put, they can delay the development of their egg by keeping themselves from expending energy and resources unnecessarily. If the first baby expires, quokkas have the second one. If not, the embryo will disintegrate, and the unneeded second baby will never exist. Voila! Mothers are also known to throw their babies at predators to save themselves. This is what you can do when you have a backup baby. Permanently pregnant. Meet swamp wallaby. The females of this species have a rather unique talent. They are always pregnant. Throughout its entire life cycle, the females remain pregnant. The trick to this unique trait is that they have 2 uteruses, so they can conceive a new baby before birthing one. In simple words, this works like stocking. They generally conceive 1 or 2 days prior to giving birth. Imagine the permanent hormonal rage inside the wallaby females. It helps that they don't have a permanent partner and mate with whoever they fancy. Gender-changing clownfish. Now, I'm gonna ruin Finding Nemo for you. It'll get confusing, so stay with me. In the clownfish kingdom, they are all male. The male actually changes its gender to become female and lays eggs. Sounds fishy, right? Actually, they are hermaphrodites. The dominant male of the group turns female when the female of the group dies and mates with the new dominant male. The new female then produces eggs, which her partner then fertilizes. So the context now is that the marlin should have been a female and his son Nemo should have been his mate. Ugh. Stork throwing baby. Instead of being baby delivered, storks have a rather dark habit. Recently, it has been noticed and captured several times that stork mothers tend to throw away their babies out of the nest. They don't casually throw them out, but drop them from a rather great height. The crown to this ruthless behavior goes to Darwin's survival of the fittest. The parents sense that their kid isn't going to make it to a longer life, and instead of wasting their energy on raising it, they just simply decide to play pick and choose. They aren't that much at fault here, as they could risk all of the chicks starving from limited resources compared to the number of mouths to feed. Quills-filled birth. Everyone knows that porcupines are filled with quills. However, this doesn't go too well during birth. Also, they give live births to their infants, and their little quills sometimes hurt the mother, as if labor wasn't already tough. Most of the time, they are soft at birth and harden after some time, so the mother mostly doesn't even feel them. Some days after birth, their quills get hardened with keratin, which gives them their sharpness. Look how small they usually are at birth. The biggest egg. Procreating is hard for kiwis, as their eggs are almost as big as themselves. They lay some ridiculously big eggs. These flightless birds' eggs can weigh up to a quarter of their body mass, which is by far the biggest eggs in the animal kingdom. An average kiwi weighs just 2,500 grams, and an average kiwi egg weighs a massive 371 grams. This is like 15% of a kiwi's body weight. For comparison, just think if a chicken would lay a 1-pound egg, or more graphically, if a human would give birth to a fully formed 4-year-old. Sounds gruesome, right? But don't worry, their body is built that way. And also after hatching, they get pretty self-sufficient by starting to feed themselves only after a week. Red Crab Birthing Fest. Red crabs are literally baby-making machines. Look at all of them hurtling down the beach. They've come here for a special purpose, to have some babies while they're on vacation. The female red crabs lay up to 100,000 eggs in their personalized burrows. They come to the shore for an elaborate mating ritual, make burrows, and then start mating. The female lays eggs in the burrow, which the male later fertilizes. Spawning may occur on 5 to 6 consecutive nights during the migration. Their little red larvae hatch from the eggs as soon as they make contact with the water. Look at the little ones running down the beach. They then go back to the ocean and return after several months for molting, and hence, the cycle continues. Today's open discussion points to the time when an extraordinary Irish sport mare named Destiny gave birth to twins, not once, but twice, which is pretty unusual for horses, as the chance of them having twins is 10,000 to 1. This was remarkable, as both times the ultrasounds didn't reveal she was going to have twins. Her children beat the odds, as all 4 of them are growing to be fast and strong horses, just like their mommy. Snail giving birth. Ever wondered what those pink sticky things in your aquarium are? Don't worry, I've got all the answers. Those are snail eggs. Yes, all of them. After a successful gestation period, which may vary from species to species, it often only takes 24 hours for the eggs to hatch. But in some cases, the gestation time can also extend to 2 to 4 weeks. And right after it is completed, the female snail will usually go behind a rock or dig a 2-centimeter hole in the dirt to lay the eggs. And each snail can lay not 1 or 2, but multiple eggs at a time, with a maximum number of 80 eggs in a single delivery. And the process itself can take 3 to 6 days, which means that the babies will keep coming out for a consecutive 72 hours without any visible effort. Baby hanging by tree. Sloth births are not so pleasant. Nah, not for us, for the baby sloth. It literally comes into this world hanging by the tree. Look how the slowest mammal mother promptly held her baby in her arms, protecting the little one. As much as they are lazy, it's expected of them. Even their babies know that. They come into the earth and cling to their mother tightly. Their mother also coddles them up by carrying them for a good 6 months by her belly. This is an important milestone for the baby and the mother as they bond during this time. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again!